representing the 8 members of their boat, and we start with the gold medalists from New Zealand, Tom McIntosh and Hamish Bond. The silver medalists from Germany, Richard Schmitz and Hannes Ockik. And the bronze medalists from Great Britain, Tom George and Mohamed Sbihi. Before we open to questions, a statistic on each of the teams. New Zealand with its second Olympic gold medal in the men's 8 after 1972, gentlemen. A long time ago. It's New Zealand's second Olympic gold of the day, of course, after the women's single sculls earlier today. 3 Olympic gold medals for New Zealand in rowing at Tokyo 2020, the most for New Zealand at a single Olympic Games after 3 in 2012. Germany, it's their 7th Olympic medal in the men's 8. Richard Schmitz and Martin Sauer collecting their 3rd Olympic medal in this event, equaling Great Britain's Matt Langridge for most in this event. And Great Britain with its 4th consecutive Olympic medal in the men's 8 after silver in 2008, bronze in 2012 and of course gold in 2016. The second nation to claim a medal in this event in at least 4 successive editions of these games. Let's turn to your questions then, if those of you in the room would like to raise their hand, and we'll go to the front row for the very first question. Thank you.
Hi there, Lisa Raymer from News Hub New Zealand. Congratulations, guys. Hamish, if I can start with you. You've been in this position before of having a gold around your neck. How does this one compare? Does it compare?
Look, I mean, no, it doesn't compare. With Eric, we came into London and Rio out and out favourites to win, and to be honest, it was just relief when I was sitting here with a medal around my neck. Relief that we got across the line first and didn't stuff it up. Here though, with these guys in the 8, you know, it's been quite a long campaign, obviously extended 12 months. But we needed that 12 months. We have guys in the crew 21, 22 years old, and as a unit we wouldn't have, if this regatta was held last year, we wouldn't be sitting here. So in that regard, you know, it wasn't great for me, obviously a year older, but I managed to hang on, and the way that the young guys elevated in the last 12 months, it kept me going. To see them stand up and be so mature beyond their years was really inspiring. So to achieve this medal with this group of guys, so special in its own right, and yeah, it's all a little bit surreal, to be honest.
Question also from the front row here.
Guy Havelt from TVNZ. Tom, everyone in New Zealand goes on about Munich 1972. Now they'll go on about Tokyo 2021. What does it mean to you, and how does it feel to know that you have made such amazing history in New Zealand sport?
It feels phenomenal, really. Every club member in New Zealand talks about the Munich 1972-8, and those guys were exceptional athletes. You know, back then there wasn't a lot of money in the sport, and they had full-time jobs and would work in and around training, and for them to succeed then, that was amazing for New Zealand. Coming across the line first today, I just feel so privileged. I'm proud. It's a humbling experience to be from New Zealand. All the support back home has been unparalleled, really, you know. We crossed the line first today, and I'm very proud of that, but we certainly could not have done it without the support back home. You guys are all amazing. We did this for New Zealand, and I'm very proud to be a New Zealander today.
Question from the front row again.
Gillian O'Mara from World Rowing. Question for Germany. It's been a really tough season for you guys, I think, already. And can you talk about the delay in this Olympic Games, and if you think that affected your chances out there today?
In English or in German?
Either. Whichever.
Yes, for us was the coronavirus was very hard for us, because we have a lot of problems in Germany. We had a lot of train camps were postponed or cancelled, so we was not so well prepared for the season. So we are very happy to win the silver medal, and congratulations to New Zealand very tough race. Hamish, third goal, very impressive, and yeah, congratulations again, and great race also on the Brits.
Question for Great Britain. How do you assess the season that you've had over the course of the last few months leading up to this bronze medal here in Tokyo 2020?
I think obviously we had a very good season early on and capitalised really well on what the extra year has given us. For us, obviously, it's bittersweet. We came in looking to win the event, and obviously to come up short is disappointing, but obviously incredibly proud to win an Olympic medal. For us, we earned the right to face the pressure of being a lead boat for the British rowing team, and being able to deliver a medal is something that's something to be incredibly proud of, and I'm really happy with that.
A question for Mohamed as well. I mean, it was almost inevitable, given the season that you've had, that it was always going to be a close battle between you and Germany. Is that almost how you expected it to be at the end?
No, the Kiwis, when they raced at Lucerne, clearly showed that they were a crew that was dangerous and ready to pounce on anything that was available to them. The way they kind of beat the Romanians in the qualification regatta kind of made us very aware of them. So it felt like we had 3 lead boats that could contend for the medals, and especially the lead gold medal. And then this week, whatever we threw at the Kiwis, we raced them 3 times, and they beat us 3 times, unfortunately. But no, they had the measure of us today and for the rest of the week. And then with the Germans, we haven't raced them until this week, until today. So we always knew it was going to be a very close battle between the 3 of us.
One more question from the front row here, I think. Just here? Yeah, just here.
G'day guys, Clay from Radio New Zealand. Congratulations. Hamish, 2 medals before you. The women's 8 were just in here, and Lucy was telling us how watching Emma got them a bit emotional, sitting at the start line. How did you try and control that? Did you know about it? And how did you try and, I guess, especially with the younger guys in the crew, was there anything you had to say, or just to make sure that you guys were focused for what you had to do?
We weren't aware of the women's 8's result, but just before we got on the water, we were told, I asked our coach how did Emma Twigg do, and he said she won. That was sort of after we'd done our warm-up, and Emma's the same age as me, came into New Zealand, the New Zealand team at the same time, and to see what she's been through, 2 4th places, so many hurdles to overcome, and the perseverance to come back and to take out a gold medal, like that, I was just really pleased for her. And saying that, once you hit the water, I guess you shut that out, fall back on the processes that we've developed as a crew, led by our cox, Sam, and it's all about the maturity of the guys. That's probably been the most standout thing to me. We have a range of people, diverse personalities. To get the buy-in of the world silver medalists in the pair, Michael Brake and Tom Murray, to get them to come on board and dare to dream in the 8 was obviously hugely influential in whether this project would be successful. So the selfless approach of everyone to really put the crew ahead of perhaps their own personal ambition in some respects was hugely gratifying.
One more question, I think, and then we'll have to wrap things up. In fact, 2 more questions, very quickly.
A question for Mo. There was a lot of emotion on the pontoon when you came out of the boat. Can you talk about what was going through your mind at that point?
There was 6 boats there that live and breathe for the opportunities like that to race, and you never know whether it's guaranteed for the next one. I don't know what I'm doing in the future. I'm sure a lot of the young boys are going to carry on, but you have a day or you have a race where you basically get the opportunity to show and prove to yourself and to the people back home how good you are or how good you can be. And I'm sure everybody up here will agree with me with the sentiment that those moments in life aren't given, and we work really hard, and it was just one of those outpouring of emotions that I don't know whether I'll get to feel that way ever again.
And the last question here.
Tom, and Hamish will hate me asking you this, but can you talk a little bit about what he's brought to the team, and if there was anything that he might have said to you about the experience of being in an Olympic final when either you were heading out for the final or at the start line or anything like that?
Yeah, sure thing. Hamish wasn't too vocal before our final. He's been an idol of mine for a long time, and I am really privileged to have the opportunity to row with him. He really showed his sort of ambition and strengths early season. We all sat down we had a squad of about 15 of us, and he said, sort of, look boys, himself and Eric and even Mahe, those guys, when they got the opportunity to turn up in training and sort of show what you're capable of as an athlete, do that, take those opportunities and show what you can do. And with that, he sort of laid down a challenge, and our whole crew kind of used Hamish as a benchmark. You know, he's been an inspiration to us with his success in the pair, and pretty much every training session we went out, I tried to beat him, and I failed a lot on the bike, on the erg. There was a moment in the pair when I think I was pulling him round about 12 k's into a row, and that was a moment. That was a moment for me where I thought, well, maybe I actually can foot it, and he instilled that belief in us and in our crew, and I'm just so proud of our boys just standing up to the challenge, standing up to Hamish's challenge. Everyone in our crew showed a massive amount of maturity, and I've got a huge amount of respect for them, and also GB and Germany and everyone else that was in that race today. It was a phenomenal race. I was proud to be a part of it. It was a true privilege. You guys are all exceptional athletes. I've actually looked up to all of you on Instagram and everywhere, you know. You're all my idols, to be honest, so it's an honour, and thank you very much.
Terrific words to conclude this press conference. Thank you very much indeed for all those for taking part, not just today, but also over the previous 3 days of medal press conferences that we have had. That concludes the rowing press conferences for today. Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed, and congratulations to you once more. We shall see you here for canoe sprint and indeed cross country here on Sunday. From us all here at Sea Forest Waterway, goodbye. Thank you very much.